Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is the match reaction from Man City to Nottingham Forest 0 in the Premier League. It started off routine, but didn't end that way, so make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. So Nottingham Forest, I said in the match preview, I didn't expect it to be 5 or 6-0, even though that's on paper, that's what you're looking at. And I did call the team lineup pretty much how it is. In fact, I think I got it completely right. So it was Foden up front with Haaland, Alvarez in the middle alongside Nunes, with Doku on the left, Rodri CDM. The back was Guardiola, Akanji, Diaz, and Walker with Edison in goal. And look, we started off the game really brightly, and we came out absolutely flying, and we scored 2 early goals. One through Foden, a fantastic finish after a good run from Walker, and a Haaland header, beautiful header to be fair, after a cross stood up by Nunes. And I think after 11 minutes, we'd had something like 98% possession. It was phenomenal. We were absolutely in control of the game. We were dominating. We were in control of everything. And we weren't doing anything wrong. And then the game changed, and it changed. A lot of people will say it would change on the red card, but it didn't. It actually changed on the free kick about midway through the first half. We gave away on the edge of the box. And from that point on, we lost complete control of the game. Nottingham Forest were the ones probing at the end of the first half. And I thought we were lucky to get out of that first half at 2-0 up, to be honest. We weren't creating anything. We weren't keeping hold of the ball well. And Nottingham Forest were looking quite dangerous. So we got to half-time. You're thinking to yourself, reset, get back in control, and yeah, go from there, see what happens. And Rodri gets sent off within a minute of the second half. And in fairness, I mean, I was going to say he grabs him around the throat with both hands, but he doesn't. He puts both hands on him. It is a red card, but embarrassing from a few things. First off, I mean, Morgan Gibbs-White, whatever his name is, he throws himself to the floor about 3 seconds after the contact. He didn't have to do that. But if he doesn't do it, does Rodri get sent off? Probably not. And then from that point on, Nottingham Forest were in complete control for about 20-30 minutes. It was wave after wave of attack. We went 5-3-1 trying to defend. Pep made a few changes. Fortunately, Pep saw the danger. He did make changes. He brought Doku off. He brought Foden off at the end for Grealish. And he brought Aki on as well for more support at the back. And look, that defensive performance was absolutely phenomenal in that second half because we didn't have any of the ball. The possession went from I think it was 87% possession at the end of the first half for us, and it dropped to 56% in our favour by the end of the game. So it was all Nottingham Forest. They had a lot of chances. Edison made a couple of fantastic saves at the end. And overall, we got out of a 2-0 win. And it was a hard match. And it was a hard fight. And it's one of those kind of games that will win you the Premier League if you get that far into the season. Now, things I want to talk about. Look, I don't... We all complain about the referees. We all say how bad they are. But Anthony Taylor today was an absolute shocking performance from him. It was so poor. Red card, I'm not going to argue with. There's no point. It is what it is. But he was inconsistent with free kicks. It was inconsistent with yellows. It was inconsistent with time wasting. He was an absolute mess today, Taylor, and he lost control of that game after about 70-odd minutes. When Grealish was on, he'd lost the game by then because Grealish and whoever it was squared up at the bottom of the thing. They weren't even listening to him. They did it again at the end of the game. Taylor lost all control. He had no control of that game, and the players were just doing what they wanted. They were kicking each other, and there was a lot of fouls all over the pitch that weren't being given. There was some stupid ones given. And yeah, I've got to say, for me, one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen. But like I said, I'm not going to complain about the red card because I do think it was silly from Rodri and he shouldn't have done it. But it is what it is. But I also think probably a couple of their players could have got sent off because they were hacking at ours at times, especially in that second half, trying to get the ball back when they got desperate. So Taylor, poor from him. Rodri, you can laud him all you want. You can say he's the best CDM in the world, which I think he is. I think he makes us tick. And you saw it again when Phillips came on. Phillips, I thought, did okay. He doesn't get a lot of minutes, so it's quite harsh to rate him kind of and say he had a bad performance when he doesn't get any minutes. He needs a run of games, which he will get now. And in fairness to Phillips, this is his best chance now. He's got that opportunity. He's got a few games with Rodri missing, and he's got to take his chance. And if he doesn't, unfortunately, you got to see him out the door in January or the end of the season because we need someone who can challenge Rodri for that place. So this is his big moment. But Rodri gets sent off, and he lets everyone down, Rodri. And he owes a big thank you to that defense because Diaz, Akanji, Ake, Guardiola, they stood up massive for him today. Absolutely massive. The way they were throwing him for blocking shots at the end of the game. They were winning their headers. And you could see they were dead on their feet. And another performer I want to talk about, Walker, for me, today, He wasn't that great today, Walker. And now you can say, okay, he got an assist, we got a clean sheet. But it's the fact, what frustrates me about Walker is that he gives players about 5-10 yard space before he starts to close them down. When a winger gets a ball, he won't just run to them. He won't close them down. He'll let them knock the ball ahead and then run, and then he tries to use his pace to recover. And today, he tried it a couple of times and failed in that second half, and it nearly cost us because they were getting past him. He did look tired. He was getting up and down the pitch a lot. He is expected to attack more these days, but he's got to do better. And I think in our defense, I don't think we had a weak spot in our defense, but I think if we did, it would have to be him today. But like I said, I don't think he played. I just think he was the worst player at the back today, but he wasn't our worst player on the pitch. Other areas of the pitch, I did agree with all of Pep's changes apart from one. Now, when Alvarez went off the pitch, I agree with that because Alvarez, he does work hard, but he always looks tired towards the end of the games, and we needed someone who's going to get up and down the pitch really well. So I wanted Grealish on the pitch a little bit sooner than what he came on because I thought we needed someone who could carry the ball, win free kicks, and just keep hold of the ball for us for a few minutes because we just couldn't get out of our own half. Because we're just lumping the ball forward to Haaland, who's marked by 3 players, and there's not only so much he can do. So I thought Grealish should have come on sooner, but I thought he should have come on for Alvarez. But instead, he didn't come on for Alvarez. He came on for Foden. Now, Foden, I'm going to be honest, Foden was man of the match. He got it at the stadium, and I gave him man of the match as well. I thought he was absolutely incredible today. He was all over the pitch. And in that second half, when we went 5-3-1, without Foden, I think we probably lose 2 goals there. No matter how good that defense is, because Foden was carrying the ball forward. He was the one winning the free kicks. He was the one chasing down every single long ball. Foden was unbelievable today, and you can't underestimate how well he did for that team. And he did put in a man-of-the-match performance, and he put in a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't think another player on the pitch gets anywhere near him in terms of performance today. He was incredible. Another one, Doku. Doku got replaced as well, and he was another one I agree with by Pep. And the reason I agree with it is because today is the first time I've seen Doku in person, because I've been on holiday when he's played his other games. So at first back at the stadium. I didn't see much work rate from him today. I was a little bit disappointed in him. Yes, he's got his pace. Did he take on his man enough in the first half when he had the opportunity? I don't think he did. I think he cut inside too much, but is that because he's playing on the left? Probably. But today, I didn't see that work rate from him. I saw him jogging back at times, particularly in that first half. He wasn't tracking back very well. He wasn't making challenges when he should have done. And I thought he was a little bit of a weak link, particularly when Rodri got sent off, and that's why I agree when Pep took him off. Now, I've seen on Sky Sports, and of course it's all subjective, he got the same rating as Foden today, which is unbelievable because Foden, honestly, Foden was a class. Like he was head and shoulders above everyone I thought on the pitch today, Foden. And of course, it's all opinions, it's all subjective, and someone else might have thought he was rubbish today. But there's no way Doku should have got the same rating as Foden today. Because like I said, for me, it wasn't his best game for us. I've seen him play better, and I think he needs to do better getting up and down the pitch, because I think when Grealish is back, because Grealish does get up and down the pitch and he does help defend and he does track back, Docu's going to learn. Yeah, I think he will get better. I look forward to seeing him. I think he's got really quick feet. He's obviously really fast. He can score goals. He can whip it across. But defensively, he's got to do better, and I can see why Pep took him off in the second half. Another one, Nunes. Nunes did okay today. I thought, and it's tough on the midfield, really, because like I said, we went 5-3-1. So it's hard to judge anyone in that second half because it was just all hands on deck. It was all defensive. But Nunes, he carries the ball really well. He did win us a couple of free kicks, and he does get forward quite nicely, to be honest with you. And I'm looking forward to seeing him when we do control the games, when we don't have a man sent off, and we are just peppering the opposition goal, because I think he will unlock defenses for us, and he will score important goals. But defensively today, he got into his position quite well. He did look a little bit tired. Probably needs more minutes. And yeah, I think he did okay, to be honest with you. I think there's a couple of occasions towards the end where he could have closed down a shot. But again, like I said, I think everyone was just exhausted by the end of the game. And Haaland, big performance from Haaland today. Really big performance from him. Now, of course, he got one goal. He missed a glorious opportunity to make it 3-0, which would have absolutely killed the game off. And I think it would have made the last 15 minutes a lot easier for everyone involved. But when the going gets tough, Haaland throws his body around. He throws his weight around. He throws plays to the floor. He uses his strength to just muscle them away. He doesn't let himself get bullied by anyone. And when he sees another player of ours get kicked or whatever, he goes straight over and he's the first one with his shoulder, putting in his weight. And I love that about Haaland. And again, him and Foden, I think their relationship is incredible. And I think the way they link up is quite nice as well. I just think it's really tough when he's being man-marked by 3 defenders. when we're already down to 10 men and he's expected to just hold the ball for 30 minutes. But big shift from him today. Really did well. Should have had 2 goals instead of the 1, but you know, we'll take it because, like I said, he did put in a big effort. And I've got to speak for the whole back line as well. I've mentioned it before, Guardiola. Walker, throw Walker in there. Diaz, Akanji, Ake, they were all unbelievable. Diaz, man, I love it. Every time Edison would claim a cross or save, or there was a goal kick, or Guardiola would in a header, whatever, Diaz is always the first person over and just slapping them and high-fiving them. And I love that about Diaz. He's such a good leader and he's massive to us. And Edison, yeah, big performance from him today. He made an unbelievable save at the end. When he was going the wrong way as well, he had to shift his weight quite quickly. Made the save. Kept it down to 2-0 because that was an injury time night. So that would have been the last 5 minutes where they just peppered our goal looking for an equaliser. You never know what could have happened. Big save from him. Big moments. And he squared up to someone as well. And got a yellow card for it. Look, it's a big win. It wasn't 5 or 6-0. I was right not to triple captain Haaland. But look, this is the kind of game that you fight for. And you can see it on the pitch, how hungry the players are, how aggressive they are. And I don't mind it when players square up to each other. I don't mind that Edison got booked for it. I don't mind that Grealish got booked for it. I do mind a little bit that Rodri got sent off and then gets applauded when he walks off the pitch because he did mess up for the team there. He did nearly cost us. But it's big, big moments and it's big occasions and the whole team stepped up today. So yeah, big up to the whole team. That's it. That's the match reaction. Like I said, it's my first game back since my holidays. Been a while. I would have liked it to be a little bit easier, a little bit less stress-free. But hey, it is what it is. 3 points, 6 wins out of 6 in the Premier League. We're champions for a reason. Nottingham Forest, they gave it a good go. They couldn't do it. And yeah, big win. Thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe. So let me know in the comments what you thought. Keep an eye out for the player ratings, which is straight away. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.